Dionysus, the Greek god of wine, ecstasy, and chaos, was born from the union of Zeus and the mortal Semele. Tricked by Hera, Semele perished upon seeing Zeus's divine form, but Zeus saved their unborn child by sewing him into his thigh, earning Dionysus the title twice born. His dual nature embodies both joy and destruction, symbolized by the thyrsus, ivy-wrapped staff, and grapevines. Often accompanied by leopards and satyrs, Dionysus represents the blurring of boundaries between human and divine, order and chaos. The worship of Dionysus, known as Bacchus in Rome, arrived in the 2nd century BCE as a clandestine cult. Initially practiced by women and marginalized groups, Bacchanalia offered emotional release through wine, music, and ecstatic dances. These rites were held in hidden grottos or forests, away from public scrutiny. The cult's secrecy and rumored excesses soon drew suspicion from Roman authorities, who viewed it as a threat to social order. Despite this, Bacchanalia spread rapidly, appealing to those seeking liberation from rigid societal norms. In 186 BCE, the Roman Senate issued the Senatus Consultum de Bacchanalibus, banning Bacchanalia amid fears of moral decay and political unrest. The decree accused participants of orgies, violence, and conspiracy. Thousands were arrested or executed, and the cult was forced underground. This crackdown reflected Rome's anxiety over losing control to foreign influences. Yet the Senate's extreme measures only fueled the cult's allure, as it became a symbol of resistance against authoritarian oppression. Despite the ban, Bacchanalia persisted in secret, with rituals held under cover of darkness. Participants, often wearing animal masks, danced wildly to drum beats, drank wine, and entered trance-like states. These rites provided a rare outlet for emotional and psychological release, particularly for women and slaves. The ecstatic frenzy was believed to channel Dionysus's power, blurring the line between divine possession and madness. Such gatherings became acts of defiance against Rome's rigid social hierarchy. Bacchanalia offered a rare space for psychological liberation, especially for women, who were otherwise confined to domestic roles. The rituals allowed participants to shed societal constraints, expressing repressed emotions through dance, song, and intoxication. This temporary freedom was both cathartic and transgressive, challenging Rome's patriarchal norms. However, such liberation also fueled accusations of madness and debauchery, as the line between spiritual ecstasy and chaos grew increasingly blurred. As Bacchanalia grew more extreme, rumors spread of violence, sexual excess, and even human sacrifice. Participants lost in frenzied states were said to tear animals or people apart, whether exaggerated or not. These stories reinforced the Senate's fears. The cult's duality, divine ecstasy versus destructive madness, became its downfall. By 186 BCE, the backlash was swift and brutal, with the Senate painting Bacchanalia as a threat to Roman morality and order. Despite suppression, Bacchanalia left an indelible mark on Roman culture. Dionysian themes infused theater, art, and philosophy, inspiring tragedies like Euripides' The Bacchae. The cult's emphasis on emotional release influenced later movements, from Renaissance carnivals to modern psychology. Nietzsche's concept of the Dionysian, embracing chaos and creativity, traces back to these rites. Though the Roman Senate tried to erase Bacchanalia, its legacy of liberation and rebellion endures. Dionysus' legacy transcends antiquity, symbolizing the eternal tension between order and chaos. From Renaissance art to modern festivals like Carnival, his spirit lives on in celebrations of excess and liberation. Psychologists recognize Dionysian impulses as essential to human creativity and emotional health. Even today, the god of wine reminds us that madness and ecstasy are two sides of the same coin, forces that, when harnessed, can transform society and the self.